Alrighty, y'all, so welcome back to another video. This is a Skims. It's just a bra. It's new with tags. I've heard that a lot of people have had a lot of luck with Skims. This was probably one of the first items that I picked up from them, and it sat for a long time. I picked it up from the bins probably 5 or 6 months ago, and it finally sold yesterday for, I believe, 15 bucks plus shipping. So this is a Nashville Predators jersey for kids, size 4 or 5, and I believe the season has started, or it's getting ready to start here in the next 3 weeks. Don't quote me on that. I don't really follow hockey. I thought I seen a promo though for the season. But anyway, this was a Goodwill Bins pickup. Probably cost 50 cents, and it sold for 20 plus shipping to someone right here in Tennessee. So this is a retail arbitrage pickup. Found a bunch of these when we lived in Oregon. They're basically these Project Rock tank tops. I picked up a handful of these for, I believe they were under 8 bucks, and I think I still have an XL. This one right here is a medium. It sold for, I believe, 19 plus shipping. All right, so this is a Buc-ee's or Bussies, whatever you usually call it. I normally just call it Buc-ee's. This is just a adult t-shirt. It's a unisex medium. I've had a lot of luck selling the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, and even the hoodies. They usually sell pretty quick. And so this basic t-shirt costs probably not even 75 cents, and it sold under 3 weeks for 10 plus shipping. So I mean, just something basic like this, the buyers all in for 16 bucks. All right, so these are some Adidas. I guess they're right at the vintage mark. They're those shiny basketball shorts. You can see on the manufacturer's tag that this one was from, I don't know if it'll focus in. Anyway, it's from 2006, so that's the year I graduated high school, so I can't believe that that's basically on the cusp of being vintage now. But anyway, Goodwill Bins pickup, 50 to 75 cents. It sold for 19 plus shipping. So this is a Lululemon. It's one of those reversible puffer jackets. I take a look at it, and it looks like on the inside you can see the logo, so you can flip it out on the gray side. Found this one down at the Goodwill Bins. It's not really as heavy as a typical jacket. It's fairly light actually, so probably under 2 bucks. It sold for 32 plus shipping. So usually anything Monster sells almost immediately. This is a Monster jacket. It's a full zip. You can see it had a detachable hood, but when I found this one down at the Goodwill Bins, the hood was missing. So I just noted it in a description, and it still didn't really hinder a sale. It sold under, I would say, a month for 30 bucks plus shipping. All right, so it's sort of a weird week for me. Usually when I go to the bins, I go 2 days in a row, knock both of those days out, and then I'm home for the next 4 or 5 days or so. But this week here, I've only gone to the bins once, and today I'm going to be home all day, literally just processing most of the stuff that I picked up yesterday. Reason being is because at the end of the week, I'm going to a men's retreat for 3 days, so I'm not going to even be home. So I'm going to process all day today, go to the bins one more day tomorrow, and then that'll be it for this week. And my mother-in-law is coming in from Oregon tomorrow, and so she's going to be home helping my wife while I'm going. I was kind of on the fence whether I was going to go to the retreat or not, but since she's coming, it works out perfect. So sort of a weird week, but I'm going to be processing today. And I'm hoping to get all of the photography done all the way up until the point that I come back. So once I come back, kind of get plugged in, I can just jump right back into it. So I'm almost positive that the season is getting ready to start, because I forgot that I sold another one of these Nashville Predators hockey jersey for kids. This one's a small, medium. Same scenario, Goodwill Bins, probably 50 cents to a buck. And I want to say this one sold for the exact same price as the other one. I want to say 20 plus shipping. All right, so I try to show you at least one or so items on these that you can find where there's not going to be a whole lot of competition. This is an Infinity, basically a full zip vest. It's not on a big brand, just Elevate. They make like a lot of stuff for like Nissan and other big brands. But anyway, found this one down at the Goodwill Bins. Somebody's going to look at this, see the logo, see the brand, and probably not bother with it. It didn't sell for a ton. It sold for $10 plus the $9 shipping, so basically a $19 sale. Probably cost $1.50, $2. And again, if you find this, you can usually pick it up because there's not going to be a whole lot of other people doing it. All right, so I usually pick up anything from marathons, half marathons, even 5Ks. I ran a marathon in 2017. It was the Columbia Gorge up in Oregon, and a lot of times when you do something like that, it's a huge accomplishment. It usually has like a lot of nostalgic value, and this one is a St. Jude. It's the Memphis Marathon. So in a case like this, somebody has either ran this race, finished this race, want to run this race, and so they're probably online looking for something like this. If I run across any Columbia Gorge stuff, probably won't run into it in Tennessee, but in Oregon, I'd always would pick it up and wear it. I mean, because it's just a lot of pride that comes when you accomplish something like that. But I say all that to say that you can pick this stuff up, and a lot of people probably won't. 25 cents from the Goodwill bins, and it didn't sell for a lot of money. $8 plus the $5.99 shipping, but again, not a lot of competition for it. All right, so like I was saying, I was at the bins yesterday, and it was a fairly decent day. I stayed basically into the last rotation, which is usually right before 4, and I think I found like right at 100 items, so not bad for basically being there all day. So here's just two of the things that I thought were pretty cool. There was a number of things, but these are just two that I kind of seen right away that I thought was worth mentioning. So this is an Arc'teryx. It's basically just a button up. The exact model is the Skyline long sleeve shirt. So I think these usually do pretty good. And I thought this was kind of interesting because this started to crop up when I was in high school. So it's a G unit from 50 Cent, just a long sleeve Y2K, like a heavyweight long sleeve t-shirt. And I was kind of just looking at some of the comps once I found it, and I don't think these sell for like nothing outrageous, but I just thought it was a cool pickup. I'm guessing somewhere between 25 to 50 bucks is kind of what I've seen a lot of these move for. But I thought these were just two items that were notable. There were a number of things that I thought were pretty good, but these were two that were on the top of my bag, and I figured I would kind of show you guys since they were right there. So if you've been watching for the last few months, I was telling you guys about the Tennessee Volunteer player issue or player worn stuff that I found. I forgot to mention that I also found, on top of the hoodie and the jacket that I showcased like a month or so ago, I also found a couple of player worn t-shirts, and it's like one of the numbers kind of, I don't know if you can see that, kind of written at the top. But anyway, I had these listed for, I want to say 50 plus shipping, and this one right here sold probably within a month and a half for the full asking price. So these are some Wrangler ATG pants. Usually, for me personally, these are like the best selling items from Wrangler when I find them. Usually find them at the bins for under $2, and they sell a lot of times right around 15. These sold for 14 plus shipping. All right, so I got a busier than usual day today, with just going to be gone the rest of the week. So I'm going to do, like I said, most of my photography for the remainder of this week. So this is where I'm going to cut the video off at. I appreciate you guys for coming along with me. If you got anything out of the video, like it, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll catch you guys right back here on the next video. Succeed.